Morning. Yep, still morning. Only by a little bit, but yeah, still morning. So project today, it's going to happen over a couple days, only because I'm missing one major component. What we're going to do is get my old vacuum that I used to store in here. It's a pain. As you all know, I'm pretty pressed for room. And behind there, bottom shelf, down there, bottom shelf, behind this, I had to take this out, get the vacuum cleaner out to clean the cars. And I just found myself, unless the car was really, really dirty, I've just never used it. And I just put up using the little Dyson. But that's a pain because it's just too big to fit into all the little nooks and crannies. That thing's a pain to get out. So yeah, I just found myself, I wasn't really doing it. That's why this came along. I know it's only a cheap thing, but it kind of worked. It's just a little battery powered vacuum, worked pretty good. But at least you could get into the dash and do the seats with it and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I've got a space. So we're going to drill more holes in the garage. That's a bit of an ongoing joke. There's like 100 plus holes, drill holes. But anyway, between those two pipes there, above the solar inverter, I'm going to put a shelf in, and on that shelf is going to have the vacuum cleaner mounted to it, and it stays there. It'll be kind of half hidden by this flag. I'm hoping it doesn't get sucked in, this flag, to the inlet. So we'll see about that. I've got power. I actually have a spare. Yep, I've got two spare on that one as well. So it'll plug in. You can't leave it wound up when you're using them. Well, you kind of can. If you're only going to use it for 5 minutes, it's okay. But if you're going to use it for 10-15 minutes, probably not the best thing to leave the power cord wound up. So I will distribute it behind the flags where you can't see it, so it's not all wound up. Makes a magnetic field and you can melt things. And then I'll put a screenshot in, Aussie Vax, or anyway, you'll see the screenshot. I bought a garage hose kit, which comes, I've got to get out of this garage because it's ultra hot in here. But anyway, it's going to go somewhere along that wall, probably on this, depending how thick it is, so I don't know yet. So it may go here, or it may go here, if you can see there. So it may go on this wall, but it may go on this wall, I'm not sure yet. It's a hose, it's not a reel, because the reels were ultra expensive. It's just a hook to hang the hose on. I think it's going to have to go here, because the hose wound up is going to be wider than this wall, plus this wall sticks out, so it makes more sense to put it in the middle here, and it's got the whole wall, and it might come out to level with these bricks or a bit more, doesn't matter. You can see how far the car's got plenty of room, so it won't scratch it, so all good there. But anyway, let's get out of here because it is still really hot this week. It's been floating between 36 and 40 for the past 2 weeks, and long-term outlook I just checked before, and it's looking like there's going to be another 2 weeks of it, so not the best conditions. It doesn't look like it's that hot today, and it's not. It's only, we're going to have a look, it's probably only 25 or so. Uh, 24, so there you go. But it is ultra humid. It's about 80% humidity. Yesterday was really, really bad. It was like, when I got up, it was in the morning, it was 99%, so yeah, not the best. But anyway, so what we got here, so that's my vacuum cleaner. I've been looking at wall mounted vacs, and they're all around the $600 mark, and I don't really need a vacuum cleaner because I've got one. Works perfectly fine. It's a 2.5 or 2,400 watt, there you go, 400 air watts, and I looked it up, and it is quite powerful compared to some of the vacuum cleaners for $600. This trumps it. It's easy to disconnect and clean, like you just pull that, go and empty your barrel, come back, done. So it's ultra easy to use. It's not a wet vac though. A lot of those $600 ones are wet and dry. I've never ever needed a wet. I have a different vacuum cleaner. I've got a little Beazle spot clean thing that sucks up water if I need that. You might ask why I don't mount it like that on the wall. I did come up with that. The only thing is, it's 34 centimeters from flat to here, or 36 centimeters, sorry. If I mount it like this, so it would be sticking up off the wall 36 centimeters. If I mount it like that, it's only 30 centimeters wide. Height is not an issue because I've got plenty of room. This fits perfectly in between that space there. So yeah, it's gonna fit really nice there. So we're all good there. I've got to go to Bunnings and get some 90-degree brackets similar to this, probably not so much heavy duty, but something similar to that. It definitely will need that gusset, not just a 90-degree. I don't think that's going. This is quite heavy, so yeah, you want something a bit substantial. Plus, it's right above my car, and I definitely don't want the thing falling. So it's going to be. I think I'm going to go. So I've got Tatcons, but I really don't. I know I could trust them, but I kind of don't. They're only little, but they are good for like 70 kilos each. They're just not big enough in my mind. So I'm gonna get some real chunky ones. I'm gonna get some much bigger ones, and probably use Tatcons, I'd say. I may even chuck a bit of liquid nails in the hole, and then drive them in, just to give them that extra purchase and make sure that they're never going to back out. I do have these style as well. These, I think they're called Hilti things. They're strong. They're the strongest, but I don't have much luck with them always biting in my bricks. I don't know what it is. They're not solid, and sometimes they bite, sometimes they don't. So yeah, the Tatcons are much, as long as you don't over tighten them, the Tatcons are really good. And if I mix it up with a bit of construction liquid nails, easy nails, whatever it's called there, I think I'll be right. So yeah, and maybe even possibly put a little bit of wood in the hole, so that they really as they go in, they get really tight. And make sure that you're getting it in the mortar, not in the brick, because otherwise if you do it in the brick, you might get the hollow part of the brick, and you're only using like a centimetre or so, 10 mil. You do it in the mortar, you know it's thick, solid all the way down. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll give it the best chance possible, but I just want some thicker Tatcons than that, that's all. Yeah, I just don't trust that, but I think that's going to be cool. So, and then I do have to use this hose because it has this bit on it, so then that will come out. Make sure there's no like solid tight bends in it. And then this end, I'm thinking what I might do, but I won't do it until I get the hose. I might mount that on a piece of wood. I've got some leftover wood there from something else, a shoe rack I think it was. Mount this kind of so that this is not touching, so that it's kind of, so say if that was the wall, so not like that, make it stand off. And then the new hose I'm getting comes with an adapter to fit over this 32 mil. It'll probably stay connected all the time. I could actually probably just drill some holes through it and pop rivet, so that way it can't come undone. And then this can go wherever, whether I screw it to the wall or it's just part of the hose then. And then I've got a 9 metre hose, so the 9 metre hose will get me past the footpath, so I'll be able to even if the car was like not even close to the garage door, you'd still be able to get into the boot and vacuum the boot if you wanted to with 9 meters. That's plenty. I'm pretty sure that's what the hose is on my pressure washer, is 9 meters, and I can get to the curb with that. But my pressure washer is kind of already on the driveway, whereas this is 9 meters, but it's going to be in a bit. Plus, there's 2.5 meters of hose here as well. So it's like 11.5 meters all up. So yeah, see how we go. And this kit, you already seen a screenshot, but it comes with an adapter, it comes with soft brushes, it comes with the hanger, comes with everything. So really good for $109. I think it was $123 delivered. It was like $14 delivery or something. So I don't know when I'll get it, but it's in Australia, so it shouldn't be too long. But we can get all this up and running, because really that is just going to go wherever. So we can get all this mounted. Yeah, I'd like to drill the holes in the garage today, just so that hard bit's done, and then whenever the hose comes, it's just an easy hookup. Screw in the hanger, and that's it. We're done. Yeah, and I do. Maybe I don't. I might have thrown them out, thinking I'll never use them again. I did have kind of like a hose clamp. I did have some. I thought I just seen them. Oh, they're kind of this kind of thing, but they were bigger. I'm pretty sure I had some, but I won't buy them until I know like this thing. So you can get these much bigger, and then that way you can kind of guide your vacuum hose kind of where you want it. So that way it's not all flopping around everywhere. And then the bit that you unravel obviously is not tightened to the wall, but yeah, see how we go. But really, yeah, it's just a trip to Bunnings, 2 90-degree brackets, and that's all I need for right now. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll see you when we get back from Bunnings. Okay, you'll have to excuse the wind noise from the old fan, but it's got to stay on today just because of the heat. So I ended up getting that instead of that wood I cut was too small. So I cut it the exact size for the vacuum cleaner, which is smaller than this, which means I can't get the brackets in. It'd have to go too high and wouldn't look right. So I may have to relieve that bracket there for that, and then the brackets can go either side of this in solar inverter. There's a bit of heat, but as long as I stay kind of up here, we should be right. You don't want to put it here, and being that it's mesh, it can vent through anyway. That was the theory behind that. It's going to go in that gap, so no dramas there. It's too long by one grid thing here, so what I'm going to do is cut. I'm going to leave the end ones a bit longer, just for a reason, and then cut these ones back flush with this, because that's 300mm then. I've got some nice thick brackets, plenty strong enough, and these are 300mm. So yeah, I want to keep this bar here, cut the rest flush, except for my 2 end ones wherever that end one's going to be. So this will be 1. I'll leave it longer because then I've got some chain, and the chain is going to hook on to that and then go up to the wall, so the chain can take a bit of weight as well. I know these are 80 kilos each. These are 100 kilos each bracket. The chain's 109 kilo, and I don't know what this is, but it's definitely going to hold the vacuum cleaner. So I'm going overboard, but I really don't want it to fall. Yeah, I really don't want it to come down on the car. So yeah, so we're going to overkill the things into the wall. We're going to I've got some metal zip ties, so that's probably going to how this is going to attach to these brackets with some metal zip ties. That'll be plenty. Then I've got some straps, 1 meter long straps, is going to strap over to keep the vacuum cleaner on this, so the vacuum cleaner can't even come off this, and then chain. So I've got plenty of redundancy there, so that's no dramas. So I'm gonna cut this first to fit that hole. That's the first thing, and then we'll figure out where the brackets are going to go, and we'll go from there. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, it is hot, so I'm gonna not rush it, but I'm gonna work pretty quickly because I really don't want to be out here. So but I want to do it today because the rest of the week's going to be 40 degrees. So if it doesn't happen today, it's not going to happen for a long time. So let's get into it. That worked really well. I can't get any closer because I've got nothing to put it on. But yeah, that green marker is really cool. So I've got them so they're going into mortar, and at that height, that's plenty. There's still plenty. This doesn't get that hot. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of ventilation. It's not going to block it because it can run through the aircon, through the vacuum anyway. So all good. And then I've just cut it down, and so it's going to sit like that. Obviously I have to sort that wire out. No, wrong way. That way. This way. So you got plenty of room over there, and plenty of room there. So all good. I don't think there's really an up and a down, so I think I'm just going to do it like that. It is way too long, but I'm going to leave it because then you might get the accessories up there. You might get the brush and all that kind of stuff. There's enough room for all that then. So yeah, all good. Anyway, geez, that's sharp. That's just sliced me open. So anyway, yeah, we'll get these. I'm going to put 4 in each too. I was only going to put 2, but I'm going to put 4 screws in each one, and go from there. So I'll just drill these holes and we'll get the brackets in. Okay, all good there. So, got the metal zip ties, so that's not going anywhere. Yeah, all good. It's level enough anyway for what we're doing. So yeah, we'll just put the vacuum cleaner on top of that now and strap her up. All right, well done. It's come up really good. Which way do I hold this? This way. Yep. So you got four screws, all into mortar. So no problems there. It's nice and tight. Then you've got this zip tied to this, and I'm talking stainless steel zip ties, not plastic. And then you've got the chain taking. You can see how tight the chain is. That one's a little bit looser, but it's going to catch it if something was to go wrong. And then I got a strap over the. It can't slip off. You can see it there. It's gone through the handle around that, and yeah, nice and tight. So we're all sweet. And then I've got the power cable. For some reason, I might not have put it back together properly. Actually, looking at it now. But this normally you pull it and it locks in. It's not locking in, it just wants to suck it in. So I've got a zip tie just there to hold it from sucking in. And then the power cable going up and around, because yeah, you don't want to leave that retracted in here to use it, because it'll make a fire, probably, maybe. And yeah, if you need to service the vacuum cleaner to empty it or whatever, just undo the strap and pull it down, and cut that zip tie, I suppose, and that's it. But it's not a thing that happens very often, so all good there. I didn't bring the actual vacuum cleaner hose, but obviously that's going to have to go there. I've got it in this position because that's the switch to turn it on. So if I have it the other way, the on switch is over there. So that's why I've got it in that position. So the vacuum hose will come this way, around, and probably it'll go that way down. And I'll try and mount it to the wall so it's not all floppy, and then it'll go to here somewhere, maybe here, and then the big 9-meter hose will get reeled up just here on its own little hanger, and stay connected to that permanently, and then out to the driveway. So I'll pace it. Yep, so that'll be a meter, 9 meters is what I'm getting on the hose, and if I started a meter in, it gets me a meter onto the footpath there. So all sweet. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's good. It's got a bit of a sag in it, but I could fix that with a bit of metal, or yeah, oh actually that would even stay up like that by itself. Actually, it's so tight. Those yeah, that's better. These straps here, these stainless steel zip ties, very strong. So yeah, happy with that. That's good. All right, I'll bring the car in. I'll connect this light back on, and we'll see how we go with that finished product. All right, job well done. That definitely deserves a beer. After that, you can barely even tell it's there. Probably should turn that light off, not be able to see it a bit better. But yeah, well, I mean, that's only blowing up like that because the fan's on. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to get some heat shrink and go over these, because these are very sharp. They're gonna wear through that flag, I think. So yeah, that's all I've got to do. But then when you want it, you just reach up the dress here, press a button, and off you go. And that's your mounted back. And plenty of air. The exhaust is just here, so it'll shoot kind of out the door. The door will always be up when I'm using it. So yeah, if I turn this fan off, we'll just see the flag should settle pretty good. And it's like we'll never hear, really. You can just see the top of the vacuum just there, but yeah, that's really cool. I kind of wanted it above my head height, just so when I'm walking around there, I'm not going to bump my head on that. It is pretty sharp. You can see it's ripped my skin open there. So yeah, I don't want it. Definitely don't want it at forehead height, because yeah, it's going to leave a mark for sure. So that's yeah, there's no way. That's a good 200 mil higher than my head. So there's no way I'll ever hit that. Like I said, I've just got to round those corners off, put a bit of heat shrink on them, or something, just so they don't wear through the flag when they're flapping about. But otherwise, all good. It'll stay connected all the time. So it's literally undo your hose and bang, and that's it. So all good. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Like I said, we got another 2 weeks of this really hot weather, so I'm just going to be doing probably not too much, just little jobs like that, and we'll see how we go. But yeah, I've got nothing on the horizon massive, so really it's just going to be plodding around and just play it by ear, see what comes up. But anyway, cheers for the help on that one, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.